All right, Shalom. Welcome to another Intransit. Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai edifying. And before we start, we want to give all praises and all honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all you Akim out there around the four corners of the round earth, pushing the scriptures in truth and in sincerity. Okay, the Spirit got us today in this topic, entering into identifying America and knowing what sinful kingdom it is, knowing what is the sinful kingdom, how the scriptures describe America as a sinful kingdom. You know, so we're gonna start off with the scripture more than anything. Go ahead, Ak.
Right. This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord."
Right. Behold, what does it say? The eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. Starting with those eyes, we can, through the Spirit, we can discern who are those eyes. Starting with the angels, the messengers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that record and turn in everything into the archive spiritually. Okay, putting everything down on record, and then also as well us trying to do our best as the men of the Lord. Okay, we send up prayers, we send up palals to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of what America is doing. We are those men sighing and crying of the abominations that are done here in the sinful kingdom. Okay, can you read it again, Baba Kasha?
Okay. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord."
Right, because the scriptures say that America is going to be destroyed. How do we know that it's going to be America? Because it described it as a sinful kingdom. America pushes forth so many different agendas with so many different philosophies getting drilled into our nation, the nation of Israel. Today, according to prophecy, the nation of Israel consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and some Israelites that are going to have confusion of face. Okay, but it is the Spirit that give a testimony that they are the sons of God. Okay, so America is going to be destroyed by ways of fire, with thermonuclear fire. Okay, but the scripture also said that Jacob, a certain portion, is going to be saved. Go ahead.
It says, "For lo, I will command that I will shift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is shifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us."
Right, that's that number, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that's going to be appointed to death, that already have been appointed to death because they will not hearken unto the words and the scriptures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, and that sifting is happening on right now. Men are getting purged and men are getting kicked out of the house of the Most High. Okay, but Lord willing, we are those men that remain and abide in the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai until we are brought up high. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, I want to bring out this real quick. This is Malachi 1 and 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, "I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever." So when you read that, you know that Esau's the border of wickedness, right? So if you do a survey across the earth, where is Esau? Where's Esau primarily located where the most wickedness is taking place? That's here in America. there's more wickedness is coming out of the land of the United States than anywhere else on the earth.
That's right.
So that's how you know that America's another way how you identify America in the scriptures, by you basically do a process elimination. You extrapolate. Okay, the scriptures say that this place that Esau's the wicked, he's the border of wickedness, and when you look on the earth and you see only one place that's just continuously setting the trend of wickedness in throughout the land, throughout the world, and that's here in America.
Yeah, because here in America, you have different promotions of different philosophies.
Yep.
Like I just saw yesterday an article that they're gonna have their first transgender porn, man. Like that's some wicked ass shit, man. You know, you have homosexuals running around right here, coming out the woodworks here in America. You know, they have gay rights, they have transgender rights. You know, you send your kid to your school, and they teaching your sons and daughters about all these different genders and different philosophies that they brainwash them. You don't even know what the fuck they doing to your kids at school, man.
Speaking of kids, man, they just recently, what's his name? Hugh Hefner just recently died, right? Okay. He started Playboy magazine, right? And now they coming out with their first, after this man is dead, because I don't think he would have went for this, but cause I'm pretty sure they approached him on this, and he probably said no. But now that he's dead, the editor or whoever is running Playboy magazine at this time, they are now going to allow transgenders to be playmates now. And they're probably going to issue out their own transgender playmate magazine, like a playmate, transgender edition. Now, with this taking place, most kids, like most underage, adolescent, teens, they look at Playboy magazine. This is what they look at. It's like they first. Well, now it's porn is so accessible out there now that people can just watch porn, but this is something that the young guys will do. The young guys will sneak porn Playboy magazines in the bottom of their bed and shit like that. At least they did back when I was a kid. But,
yeah.
But the point of the matter is that there's just another way for them to push this homosexual, transgender, gender bending on the people. This is what they want to, you know. They want this influence in the people. It's a whole movement that they're pushing out on society, which brings forth what? Those vibrations.
Okay.
They want people to accept that, which is a form of their witchcraft. Because the scriptures tell you to identify. I'm gonna get there, because the scriptures talk about this place is full of witchcraft. That's right. Which is another way how you identify where America is in the scriptures.
Khan, that's right. The scriptures also tell you, woe unto them that give their neighbor drink. And that's exactly what this so-called white man Esau is doing to basically around the world. You know, he's spreading his philosophies, how it tells you in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. He doesn't keep it at home. You know, Lord willing, we can get into that. You know, but he basically, America is the sinful kingdom. You know, that's the point. You can identify with the scriptures. The brother brought out Malachi. You can identify the border of wickedness. You know, the so-called white man, they do their rituals, they do their promotions in different movies and in music to move this society. You know, because this society nowadays, they nothing but zombies, man. These people out here are fucking bugged out. How it tells you in Revelations, the 11th chapter, the 8th verse, that these people out here are dead, man. You know, in that place that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know? You got some, Mark?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, because these people out here, they are lost in this world. They're lost in folliness, man. You know? The scriptures tell you how is folly set at great dignity. Because there's too much stuff going out here in America, okay, that's a distraction. You have sports, you have this mass media send out different vibrations, different advertisements, okay, different events get set up, concerts, you know, all this bread and circus to basically to derail the nation of Israel, okay, into folly from the truth, man, okay. Go ahead.
This is Nahum 3:1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the trumpet chariots. The horses lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses."
Khan, Salaki, bro. Can you start from the top?
Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery.
Right. Starting with the Native Americans, man. When Esau came through, he crossed over the seas, and he started trotting his foot on this land over here, Native Americans, which is from the tribe of Gad or Reuben. Okay, they used to inhabit this land out here, but Esau, so-called white man, came through, nothing but lies and robberies, man, and murder was in his heart. Okay, so he built this land out here by blood. That's why it's the bloody city, America, because not only did the Native Americans were here also, but the Southern Kingdom was here, because we were brought through slave ships. We built America through slavery. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, we built this so-called America through slavery. That is the bloody city. Okay, go ahead.
I got a quick one. This is Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that builded a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so that's basically how, like what this brother was just saying. This was Gad's land, and they built their city, America, because when Gad was here in this land, they welcomed, even though they didn't want Esau here, they were willing to live peacefully, but this devil took the perfect time to overthrow them and spill Native American blood on this land, and the Southern Kingdom, which is the Negroes, the so-called Negroes. You spilled their blood, so you established this town, this city, by the blood of the Hebrew Israelites, and you continue to commit iniquity on this land.
That's right.
So back in Nahum 3:2, it says, "The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots." Those are modern day vehicles, cars.
Right.
When we're in this transit, we're in one of those prancing horses right now, that jumping chariot.
That's right.
The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of corpses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpse, because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot. The harlot is America. America is the one nation that goes around and getting in bed with all the different nations all over the earth, and then getting it's just like a woman, right? A woman will come to your house, a woman will lay with you and get your defenses down, and sleep with you, and then give you that pillow talk, and next thing you know, they're basically pushing what they want, what that woman wants you to do, on pushing it in your ear, gotten you falling for them, and then what? You next you know, you doing what she wants you to do.
Right.
That's been throughout history. Kings lie in bed with women, and they carry out women's wishes. That's what kings would do.
Right.
There's a scripture in that in the Apocrypha, how the king allowed the woman to take the crown off his head, put it on her head, and made mockery of him. And if she would have laughed, he would have laughed. That's what women do. Yep. That's what America does. America gets in bed with these nations, the leaders of these nations, and then get them to woo them, and get them to turn into to their doctrines or to their philosophies, and pushing their democracy on them. And then they turn around and take that leader down and put a puppet leader in his place to carry out the so-called white man's agendas.
Hey, that's right, bro, because all you people out here, you know, if you're not involved with this, you're out there stuck in the world, you are those that are going to be slain out here in the streets of America, because it's most convenient for Esau to have a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American in a docile sleep state of mind than him knowing that he's an Israelite.
And you know the funny thing, how the Most High set it up? The Most High set it up to allow Esau to use technology to keep the masses asleep, keep the sheeple sleeping. But the same technology you can use to set yourself free through the truth.
Yeah.
It's all right there. It's just some people that are in this world, they use their technology and it's going to be a detriment unto them. Then you have those brothers who are woken up. The Most High allowed them to use the technology to further themselves, to find and hopefully getting out of here through salvation and turning their lives over to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And we use that same technology in a truthful way, for the truth.
That's right, Doc.
And we're using the technology right now to do this in transit.
That's right, bro.
That's the spirit.
You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Right. Take advantage of his device. That the scriptures say, using the world is not abusing it. So we use what we use, we don't abuse it. This is back in Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through their whoredoms and families through their witchcraft. And that part of that witchcraft is them illusions they put on these nations to get them to do what they want to do, to be in league with them. Even though these nations can see that America's slowly going down. Verse 5, Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, which is taking place right now. The Most High is using us, his servants, his watchmen, along with technology, along with prophecies coming to pass, to what? To lift up that nasty ass skirt and show that disease-infested box this place got. That harlot, she's carrying all kind of diseases.
Yeah.
And she has to. When you have an animal that's infected, what you got to do? You got to put that animal down.
Yeah. Because
that animal will not be able to produce anymore. You cannot produce anything good from that. So you have to put that animal down. There's no cure. That's why the scriptures say, cry for balm. Because if there was balm, then she would be healed. But there's no balm for her to be healed. No ointment. She's not going to be healed. America's going to get put down like the nasty, dirty dog that America is.
Yeah, we gotta put that bitch down. You know.
This is Micah 2 and 1. It says, Woe to them that devised iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right, because you have these group of men, the elites, which is the higher ups of Esau, or the so-called white man. They have certain events like the Bohemian Grove, Jekyll Island, different locations that they go to, and they come up and then meditate. They have different councils to how further can we fuck up Israel.
Right.
You know?
And they also have not just the Bohemian Grove that they have with all the world leaders and all your rich and high, those who sit in high places go to freak off and further push forth a homosexual agenda. They also meet to say what can we do furthermore to keep the people asleep and keep them up under our wands, and we be the wizards and warlocks and witches. How can we continue to keep them mesmerized by our wands and continue to keep them in a docile state so we can continue to fuck them up?
Right.
Then they also have other secret society groups. They have the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg, and all this other different secret meanings that they have. They actually have women traffickers that they put under MK Ultra, and they use this mind control where they snap certain fingers or they do certain judgments, and that woman will snap into mind control and will relay a message after she done freaked off with one of the world leaders. Yeah. The witchcraft and the iniquity and all the wickedness that go on under this man's watch it goes way far beyond the eye can see, and even though he does it in plain sight, and it only can go and register to those who the Most High has woken up, the one who he has enlightened, the true illuminated ones, starting with Yahweh Shai, and he sent for his life unto his elect. Lord willing, we part of that number, because we pushing hard to bring forth this truth.
That's right.
If it wasn't for Yahweh Bashim Shai, and what he's done to reveal these things unto his small remnant, the whole everything will be fucked.
Yeah.
Even him. He's a self-destructor. He'll destroy his damn self.
The
he doesn't
waster.
care.
The
like
waster.
the beast man. The harbinger of death.
That's right, bro.
So back in verse 2, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is lit, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields, and they take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
Man, because that's us, man. Esau oppresses us, you know. He doesn't want us to go back to our true heritage, being an Israelite man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, or Native Americans. You know, and what is that? The precept in Job where it says, or it might be in Proverbs, where it says, he can't rest until he do wickedly. He can't rest
That's
until.
the spirit, bro. I'm going straight to that. I'm going for that, bro. Right now.
Because
he cannot rest unless he have done mischief.
Yeah, he cannot rest unless he has done mischief, because that's basically what Esau does. He's that fucking kid, you know, in his pajamas and shit. In the middle of the night, he can't go to sleep because he's too excited to fucking do whatever the fuck he's gonna do the next day, man. You know, because he meditate on different laws, you know, different philosophies that he can come up with, you know, different traps, different social networking applications to further down the dumbness of our people, man. That's Esau. But ultimately, it's America conjoined, because this is what America represents, man. You know, America, the word America means bitter. It's from Amerigo Vespucci, which means bitter, amargo in Spanish. Okay?
And what comes out of bitterness? You won't be you're not in a solid mind state, so you're in a state of confusion.
Right, because what America promotes here is the great American dream. But in reality, if you're walking in this truth, it's the great nightmare, man. You know? But we're awoke, man. We got the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So we are what? We are exposing this so-called white man and his land, man, the sinful kingdom. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Proverbs 4 and 14. It says, "Enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence."
And that's the devil for you. That's Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, Esau is his true biblical nationality, and those are his actions, those are his characteristics, those are his habits. That's in his description. You know, if you pull up Esau in the dictionary, you know, you should be able to find the wicked. You know, the wicked one, the one that does mischief 24/7, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs almost 1, and I'm gonna start it. Okay, I'm gonna start at 10. It says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, Come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause." In this situation, that's Esau, and the innocent is you Israelites out there. It says, "Let us swallow them up alive as a grave in the hole, as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. so are the ways of every one that is greedy of gain, which take away the life of the owners thereof.
That's right, because if an example of that was when the conquistadors came and conquered this land, man.
Right.
They did it through rape and murder, man, and stole this land because they seen what type of land this was. America used to be a great land, man. Everything was in its natural state.
It was fertile.
It was very fertile, fruitful. Fruitful, you know. There was gold over here in the rivers. Now there ain't no gold in the rivers, man, because Esau done swallowed it all up.
And he done polluted the lakes, the oceans, the water, the rivers. He done depleted the minerals from out of the earth, from out of the ground, with his continuously cultivating the ground, continuously harvesting on the ground, year in, year out. You have land that they've been growing crops and vegetation on for 20 years in a row, when you're only supposed to go what 6 years, and then the 7th year is the year of rest, and you move from that land.
Right.
He violates that land, which Gad and Reuben knew. They knew to do that.
Yep.
Gad, Reuben, and Issachar, they knew that you're supposed. This is how you keep the land that barren and yielding up. Keep the land from being barren and yielding up fruit and yielding up vegetation. That's how you knew to grow your crops.
Yep.
And they understood seasonal. They knew during certain seasons when you needed to plant for certain seasons. They came over here and man, they just got the land bleeding.
Yep.
They pull out the life source out of the earth, which is the oil. They extract it out of the ground. That's the blood of the earth.
Yep.
This is what this devil does. And then the scripture I just read talks about not to make a league with them, not to join unto them, because they can tell you, okay, let us both share this purse. Let us make this run. The scriptures tell you not to set the so-called white man by your side,
right,
because he's gonna look to overthrow you. And the scripture just said that they won't be satisfied with bloodshed; they'll shed their own blood.
Mm-hmm. That's right, bro. Can you give me that in the Apocrypha? It's I think it's Sirach, the 17th chapter, verse 1, where it says, "They that touch pitch shall be turned into them." Basically, you know, because that's basically what happens if you get involved. If you get involved with the so-called white man and his events and his rituals and all of that, you get corrupt and you basically you one of them. You know, it says they that touch pitch. Is it that one? It might be. Yeah.
That's not the first verse.
Maybe try 15 and 1. I know it's one of the first verses.
I'll look
Khan is put pitch. Yeah, because you know what the scripture that we're looking for is basically they that touch pitch shall become like basically whatever you're getting involved with, you know. And pitch is known to be a very, very strong adhesive like black tar, you know. So basically, if you're getting involved with Esau and his rituals, okay, not only that too as well, his different philosophies and being stuck in this world, okay, you following these actors, you following these musicians, these artists, you know, stuck in the world basically, okay, following these satanic holidays, these paganistic holidays, okay, you're basically a part of the world, man. You're basically stuck in this place, and you know, the only remedy for that is death. Okay, go ahead.
This is Sirach 12:16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance." Going forth over through chapter 13, verse 1. He that touch pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that had followed fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
Yeah, man. You know, so that's why, you know, we don't get involved with these other nations. We don't get involved with this so-called white man. We stick to like-minded brothers according to the scriptures.
Right.
Okay, according that are with the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Even 2/3, man. If you an Israelite, these laws, this go for you. That ain't just for the elect. Okay, you got men that's in the truth. That's the elect men of the Most High. They're gonna take heed to this, and they're gonna follow this, and they're gonna be. This is gonna be their life. But the scriptures the scriptures give you instructions. There's nobody should do that. You should not even 2/3 should be hand in hand with this devil, man.
That's right.
Just off his track record. If you a so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and you see everything he done to your forefathers and throughout the history, why would you want to sit him next to you? This ain't Twix. This ain't no candy bar. You in a fucking candy wrapper with this right next to this devil, man? You don't put yourself next to him. How could you try? Even before I came in the truth, I had no trust for white people, man.
Yeah.
So-called white man, I had no trust for them because I just seen too much of things that they did, and and I knew how their households were. When I was a little kid, I had a Edomite friend that I was going over his house and hanging out with him, and his dad didn't even know that I would be in the house, and just to hear the way he would talk when he just thinks he's in the house with his family, just to see how they talk, man. If you're a fly on the wall in an Edomite house, you really see what the hell they all about.
That's right, bro. That's right. Let's go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Start at the 5th verse. You know where? You know, because America, that's who the proud is. The so-called white man. You know, the pride of his heart have deceived thee, man. You know, they're the most proudest motherfuckers on the earth, man. You know.
You just start the 5th verse.
Con. Fourth verse.
I'm starting 3.
Con, go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, and the vision that we're looking forward to is America being burned up with thermonuclear fire. Okay, that's one of the ones I'm waiting for. You know, we all waiting for that one, man. That's the great vision, man.
Slam, bro.
Yeah,
it's out the park.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Salah, bro. Go ahead.
It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Yeah, but at the end it shall speak. You know, because the words of the Most High, the scriptures of what Yahweh Shai gave us, okay, they're speaking. You know, if I could give you an example, you know, when I was a kid, my dad told me, hey, go to the store and I'll go around in 20 minutes to pick you up. You know, I would wait sometimes outside of the store and I would be getting anxious and you know, being without patience, but eventually my father would come and pick me up and his words would speak, okay, because it came to pass. The same with these prophecies, okay, the same with these prophecies. They're beginning to unravel and beginning to get fulfilled. The mark of the chip is here at the door. It's already been installed in too many different people out here in the world, man. There are already people walking amongst us with chips in them, man. World War III is already at the front door. Okay, so these different prophecies are beginning to come to pass, man. We're living in the last days, and the last days of this sinful kingdom called America. Go ahead, on.
You have the separation. This is not a land for other people to be here.
Right.
People are starting to vacate America. They're starting to go back to their own land because there's no profit for them here. People are running a business. You know, people who are making money, they have business and stuff. They're keeping their business here running, but they moving, they going back home.
Yep.
That's another prophecy. People are going to return into their own land.
That's right.
It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Now we're talking about the so-called white man, the devil. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by faith, by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Yeah,
Who is-
because he transgresseth by wine, meaning pushing forth these different democracies. Okay, the democracy, the philosophies. Okay, outside of even though he promotes it here majorly, but he also promotes it outside in different nations.
Right, because he has a say. He has, when you watch these presidential elections and these debates, right? One of the topics of the debate when candidates are running to become to be elected to run off for presidency, when they debate, they have what is called what is your policy on foreign and domestic terrorism, or foreign and domestic. What's your foreign and domestic policy?
Right.
Pretty much. Well, you shouldn't have a foreign policy. You should have what your take is on a foreign policy. It should only be domestic. You should only be worried about what's going on here in the United States. Why are you speaking about a foreign policy for it?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a proud man he doesn't keep at home. He has his own agendas for what he want to do that's going to benefit America off the backs of other foreign countries. That's why it says he enlarges his borders. He's not gonna stick to what's going on here. He got his hand in other people's back pockets. It's like a guy who's supposed to be cleaning up and cleaning up his own backyard, mowing his own lawn, but yet you find him next door in the neighbor's yards. He all in there trying to see tell them what they do to clean out their pool.
Yeah.
That's what he does, man. He's all in, oh, you need to do this. Oh, they need to do that. You know, all these presidents, you got to have a foreign and domestic policy. And that better sound good to the public when you're doing your debate. Because why? Because America's like, it brings you back to her being a harlot.
Yeah.
A harlot, a whore, what's they nosy. They want to know what the hell going on in everybody else's business.
Yep. Salaki, bro, real quick, can you get Isaiah the 10th chapter at the first verse? Okay, it's to back you up, because what the brother was bringing out, he has these international laws set up to keep the other nations in check, basically, or to have sanctions on them.
He filed sanctions on them.
Go ahead, Ak.
Okay, this is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness which they have prescribed.
That's right, because one of the major examples that I can give you is the default currency, because America is going around, okay, checking these other nations, because these other nations don't want to work. They don't want to use the U.S. dollar no more, because the U.S. dollar, okay, is not backed up by anything, okay, because in order for Esau to keep himself well, established with his money, he needs to have that default currency, okay, so that he can control the nations. But then the other nations, they don't want to deal with the U.S. dollar no more. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Daniel 8:25. It says, through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. You can speak on it.
Basically, that just goes to show, like the brother was bringing out in Isaiah 10:1. What he does is through he writes unrighteous decrees, meaning he puts sanctions on countries. He let them know that you can't develop a weapon that's going to defend you against me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he's saying. Even though what about South Korea? I mean, North Korea needs to develop a nuclear missiles to protect themselves against South Korea. Well, you don't have no interest in that, because South Korea is in league with you. So you basically telling you can't protect yourself against anybody. No, man, that's they unrighteous decrees that they policies that they set forth to set other countries at bay, so they can continue to be underneath them, to be in fear of them. But the scriptures talk about them, the other countries, saying, have you altogether become weak? Have you become as weak as us, or are we as strong as they? Basically, when these other countries get these nuclear capabilities, which they already have, and America knows it, they're going to be on the same playing field. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to matter what your hand-to-hand combat is. It's not going to matter what your military boots on the ground could do. If another country has enough missile power nuclear that they can just drop nuclear bombs on you, it's done. It's like it doesn't matter if somebody know Wing Chun or
Kung Fu
and all that shit. If I got a gun, it ain't gonna freaking matter because I'm picking your ass off from far away.
Yeah.
That's the difference, man. And America knows that because they've always been the one with the gun. So since they know they got a gun, they can go around slapping people around.
Yeah.
Since they had the nuclear missiles, or first the atomic bomb, now the nuclear missiles.
That's right, bro. You know, and a lot of people can't see this, man. That's right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we expose and we tell you what's going on around the world, man. Around the earth.
See, Americans are some of the dumbest people that can stand in the position of dumbness, man.
Yeah.
Because America, they're giving goodies and they're giving luxuries and pleasures so they can ignore the fact that this country is the bully.
Right.
You know, oh man, we ain't gonna really worry about it because, you know, we don't have to deal with all this stuff. But you would deal with it if other countries was coming bullying here. You know, but it's coming a time where these luxuries and stuff is being taken away. So when people don't have these luxuries and their lives are on the line and being threatened, then that's when everybody's gonna start to say, you know what, damn man, what's going on? People are gonna start waking up. You got whistleblowers. You got Esau telling on his damn self, which is in the scriptures too.
Mm-hmm.
His tongue will make his tongue to fall upon himself, and all this thing is taking place, man, because the Most High, when He takes a nation down, He don't just pull you down. He bends you and crumble you up on all angles, man. That's the beauty of this. You know, it's gonna come a time where people gonna know that, damn, this is God doing this.
Yeah.
This is an act of God that's taking place. And that's the beauty of, man, of us that's in this truth, man, and how this precious brotherhood, and how this precious jewel of the truth, we get to see it. We saw it from when it wasn't at that point to now it's at this point, and then Lord willing, we endure to the end and finish and see the downfall of this place.
That's right, bro. That's right. Let's close it off in Revelations. The Babylon has fallen, the great whore, the mother of harlots. You know, because that's basically to sum it all up, man. You know, America promotes sin, iniquity, transgressions, a land built by blood, okay, through the enslavement and murder and stealing of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay. She promotes, the great whore promotes all this democracy and laws around the earth, and basically the time's coming around where we ain't gonna see this bitch no more, man. Okay, because America's gonna be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Okay, you got it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna start from the top, bro.
Kind juicy.
This Revelation 17:1. It says, "And there came one of the seven angels whom had the seven veils, and talked with me, and saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornications, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken with the wine of her fornication." Now that great whore is America, that sit on many waters, and she's committed fornication, means she's been slept with all these other nations, the leaders of these other nations.
Right.
And these other nations done drunk of that wine, meaning they've taken in all those philosophies that America portrays, that America pushes on these other countries. Verse 3, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemies, having 7 heads and 10 horns." And like I said before, that woman represents America, and that beast is NATO and the EU. That's America sitting on that beast, because America is in league with NATO and the EU.
Right.
It's verse 4. "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colors, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornications." So those America has that appearance to be like a ruler, like a king, because you know the scarlet color and the purple represents, those are king and rulership colors. Royalty colors, the water, bro. And those precious stones and pearls, meaning those are the things that the luxuries, the things that you believe that what the American dream is about. But you really it's full of lies. It's bullshit. Like we're sitting here right now, and it's supposed to be one of the greatest land on the earth, but we looking at homeless people down and out.
Yeah.
On the street. They don't give you that part of it. Just like Jamaica. They show you the beach and they show you the water and the luxurious parts of Jamaica, but they ain't tell you like 5 miles down the road there's goats running around, and there's cows and there's horse shit everywhere, and it's just the slums. You know, they're not gonna put that on. They ain't gonna put that on that on the brochure when you buy your tickets to go to Jamaica. Well, that's the same concept here in America. People think that this place is so great, but when you get here and you see it for yourself, you see that it's not.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Hebrew Israelite. Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the abomination of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Con, that's pretty much it on that, bro.
Con. It's a lot, bro. Yeah, that's it though, man. You know, I thought you was gonna keep reading, but
I was, but we about to close because we about to be here at camp.
Con, it's all
and
good.
It's more to go into. That's basically the whole chapter.
Con, yeah, that whole chapter is juicy, man. You know, but that's basically the point, though. You know, the mystery of this whore, America, man. You know, the great whore is gonna be burnt up with thermonuclear fire to basically extinguish this whole place, man. To terminate this wickedness going on, man. You know, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, it's another in transit. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. You know, and with that, we want to give all praises and all honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all you Akim out there pushing the scriptures in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.